Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Koss, and today we're diving into the prehistoric chaos of Jurassic World Rebirth, a movie that asks the age-old question, what if we learned absolutely nothing from the first 6 films? Written by original Jurassic Park and The Lost World scribe David Koepp, and directed by Gareth Edwards, who directed Star Wars: The Last Jedi and Godzilla vs. Kong, so you know we're in confident hands. Rebirth digs its claws into a new adventure that is part survival thriller, part family drama, and part big pharma expose with a healthy helping of dinosaurs. The story picks up 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion. Dinosaurs haven't exactly thrived in the modern world. Turns out they don't love city smog or crowded sidewalks or their greatest threat, power lines. The few surviving dinosaurs have retreated to equatorial regions with pure air, but that doesn't stop humans from trying to exploit them one last time. Enter Martin Krebs, Rupert Friend, a smooth-talking pharmaceutical rep with questionable ethics and a crisp white shirt. He hires Zora Bennett, Scarlett Johansson, a covert operations expert with more bruises than emotional availability, to lead a mission to Ile Saint-Hubert. The goal? Extract DNA from 3 titanic prehistoric creatures, the airborne Quetzalcoatlus, the aquatic Mosasaurus, and the terrestrial Titanosaurus, to develop a hard drug that will allegedly save lives. Spoiler alert, it's not about saving lives, it's about profits. Joining the mission are Dr. Henry Loomis, Jonathan Bailey, a wide-eyed paleontologist who is basically us in the movie, and Duncan Kincaid, Mahershala Ali, a quiet force with baggage, and Zora's long-time trusted friend. Meanwhile, on a separate trajectory across the Atlantic, we meet the Delgado family, Ruben Manuel Garcia-Rulfo, his daughters Teresa, Luna Blaze, and Isabella, Audrina Miranda, and Teresa's boyfriend Xavier, David Iacono, who brings some comic relief and some surprisingly useful survival instincts. When their boat is wrecked by a very hungry Mosasaurus, the family is rescued by the mission crew and brought along for the ride. And by the ride, I mean to come within 10 meters of these massive beasts to shoot them with a syringe that will fill a vial with the creature's blood. What follows is a tense, thrilling, and, at times, moving journey by land, sea, and air. The nautical sequences, in particular, are absolute standouts. One set piece involving a high-speed chase through jagged Atlantic waters while the Mosasaurus closes in is pure summer movie bliss. It's where the film truly kicks into gear. And Gareth Edwards showcases how to stage spectacle without losing character. Let's talk about structure. The film starts with the standard team recruitment phase that feels a bit familiar, but once the boat leaves the port, the pacing tightens and the set pieces stack beautifully. Rebirth blends nostalgic beats from the original trilogy with new character-driven stakes. It never leans too hard on callbacks or reintroducing characters. Jeff Goldblum isn't anywhere in sight. But when it does hit you with the Jurassic Park theme, whether it's full orchestral or a piano moment, and usually while pounding over a misty jungle or an ancient ruin or across the ocean toward the horizon, it earns the moment. And yes, the movie is a visual stunner. The setting is so rich and immersive with lush rainforests, mangrove swamps, and crumbling remnants of a once grand scientific facility. No one's wearing neon vests or product placement ready gear. It all feels lived in and grounded, and that helps us believe in the world again. Cinematographer John Matheson captures the scale of the creatures with reverence and not just awe, but genuine majesty, even when they're trying to eat someone. Scarlett Johansson is right at home here. Zora is one of her best action roles to date, a bruised, emotionally scarred operative who still manages to hold her own against monsters both human and prehistoric. Once Zora steps foot on the island, Johansson releases a barrage of commands and eats the whole scene up. Her chemistry with Mahershala Ali's Duncan is really great too, especially when they team up to roast clueless side characters. Ali while somewhat underused, brings emotional grounding to a film that easily could have just been raw scream repeat. He always gives characters the weight of a lived-in world, and it makes him so compelling to watch. Jonathan Bailey's Dr. Loomis is the soul of the mission. He's wide-eyed, idealistic, and prone to whispering "whoa" at every new species. He's a paleontologist who has never seen a dinosaur in their wild habitat, so he's our entry point, and Bailey plays the role with just enough heart to avoid becoming a caricature. Meanwhile, David Iacono's Xavier steals multiple scenes with deadpan reactions, particularly when Xavier ventures out for an evening piss and encounters an ill-timed battle. There are so many great sequences in the film, and because of the land, sea, and air formula, each moment introduces a new challenge for the characters, and it's increasingly absorbing. It's also incredibly cinematic, like when Teresa tippy-toes under a sleeping T-Rex to extract an inflatable lifeboat. The scene transitions into a chaotic river rapid escape where the family must outswim the apex predator. It's vintage Jurassic adrenaline and so well staged with disorienting underwater moments. What elevates Rebirth beyond dino thrills is that every character, even the side ones, has a stake beyond just not dying. Zora is searching for a purpose after the loss of a partner, Duncan is wrestling with his own grief, and even the Delgados represent resilience, a family forced into survival mode and adapting by the minute. There's growth and pain, even joy amid the chaos. And then there are the mutants. It sounds like it shouldn't work and would be too over the top, but somehow it does. The designs are grotesque but compelling, like nature was put through a blender and then handed to a concept artist for vengeance. The film doesn't overuse the mutant dinosaurs either. They arrive later and hit hard. And the score by Alexandra Desplat blends seamlessly with themes from John Williams. Sometimes you don't know where one begins and the other ends. That familiar Jurassic motif still sends chills down your spine, especially when paired with shots of ancient beasts rising from the mist. What remains once the film is over is the overarching message that life finds a way. And that's true in so many aspects of the film. Life finds a way through grief, through survival, through adventure, and even, ultimately, through death. In a summer packed with sequels and reboots, as per usual, Jurassic World Rebirth stands tall. It brings back the heart of the franchise, that strange, wonderful mix of fear and fascination, and adds some new blood to the ecosystem. This is the kind of summer blockbuster we keep hoping for and so rarely get. It respects the legacy, introduces characters worth caring about, and delivers jaw-dropping dinosaur action on a grand scale. It's not just another Jurassic movie, it's a reminder of why we love them in the first place.
Come on, Bobby, look out!
Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite new character and what prehistoric creature would you least want to be trapped in an elevator with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that alert so you never miss another trek through cinema with me, and until next time, keep wondering.